Hey, Jeff,
Hey, hey.
we started our podcast back up. It's Thursday nights at 6 p.m.
Okay,
Pacific.
great. Let me get us on Facebook, and then we will go live. It's gonna be a fun day today. Who knows who shows up? So let's see here. So we're gonna go here. Hello, everybody on StreamYard. It's Jeff Eichen. We are going live on our Zoom broadcast right now, so bear with me, everybody. We are going public. It's episode 215. We've got Peter in the house, an OG. We've got Paul Stanford's birthday coming up. So we'll wait to play our incredible intro for Paul that has some birthday wishes for him. And we are live on Facebook. So everybody, back to our Zoom meeting. Here we go. We've got, everybody, it's Weeds Day. Jeff Eichen here. Free all the prisoners. Wear your t-shirts good. Let's see. I'm glowing a little bit. Let's see if I can wipe my lens here and see if I got some goobers on it, because I know what I'm doing in the photography world. When it glows, that means it's or maybe maybe I have the glow on my app here. So I've got this cool app, everybody. I'm going to show you my cool app here, because it's my show and I can do that. So I got this cool app. Let's see if we got the glow on. No, we got normal. But see, I got this cool app, everybody, that I can change myself into psychedelic land, and I can change the colors. But let's go back here. So I guess I'm glowing today. It's a glow kind of day. A little cloudy outside. We're mulching my fruit trees today and carrying on with purging and urging. We've got Peter. Peter is our incredible friend and OG. He's going to give you his GoFundMe site is gofund.me/FC1 C as in Charlie 8 Frank Charlie. So I'm going to leave it up there. So everybody go there and drop $4.20, $420, or $4,200. It's just the 420 that we love and we respect all day long. But before we get a quote from Solo Breezy, I'm going to share my screen with you, and everybody out in any destination land, just look for my share here and get ready to see why nobody deserves to be in jail for a plant. So if you can see my screen and you can hear me, you guys, if you can't hear me or something's going on, then change it. Tell me. Okay, so here we go.
How you feeling? Really? The best way to take it is put it under your tongue and rub it in your cheek. Don't do too much, you're going to be asleep all that day. No, don't try to communicate.
This guy's got Parkinson's. He's taking oil
We know from animal experiments
of the cannabis plant.
the endogenous cannabinoid system is very important in regulating motor activity, the very type of activity that is impaired.
Excuse the weak sound here, but he's talking about the cannabinoid system helps with motorized activity.
Is helpful in relieving symptoms of Parkinson's. Finally, from anecdotal information, we know that certain patients who smoke marijuana experience relief of their symptoms. I think you're calm down. Amazing.
He used just a single drop, and his hands afterwards were rock steady, and the dyskinesia.
So she says that her husband is rock steady.
It works most of the time. You guys do much? Are you on it now? But I am. I Places like communities, you know, it makes me pretty angry that the whole state, the number one frustration that they have is knowing that there is this untapped potential comes from what marijuana station does to generate new medicines and being stuck because of financial issues or political issues.
Financial or political.
We now know that medical marijuana controls dyskinesia, and yet it's not available to us.
So it's not just the freaking hippies, you know, that are dealing with it. So here's another one, you guys. And it's the beginning of my show, 2015 or 215 today. This is Jill.
And this is hell. Helps. And it doesn't. I've since investigated and purchased liquid cannabis oil. Going to have some in a minute. And I'd like you to see how it helps. This is my oil, cannabis oil. It doesn't taste very nice, so I'm going to put it in a biscuit.
So you can take it many different ways, from the syringe or biscuit. We're not teaching you. These are just testimonials and people legally throwing their stuff on the internet, sharing how the oil. She says she's a bad girl because she's putting too much on, but she feels like it today. I'm a bad girl. I'm gonna get busy.
We'll come back in about 10, 15 minutes and see what happens.
Been 20 minutes since I've had that butter and the biscuit, and I feel wonderful. No shakes, no nothing. And you tell me, why can't this be legalized?
Legalized.
So many people. It's changed my life. I have such quality of life now. And I'm forever grateful to the man who organised this for me. Bye.
So everybody, it's really amazing grace that we can watch that happen live. You know, when you watch AGT and you see the magicians, you know, do this, or we watched a gal, she put a bag over her dress, just a paper bag, and then she went like that, and the dress changed, and she didn't have any strings hanging out. It was just like the dress changed, and then she did a card trick, and then somebody else, you know, there's things that are unexplainable, but this is explainable, everybody, and nobody should be in jail for a plant. So free all prisoners, everybody. Get ready for our concert. We're going to be taking over the Cannabis Film Festival, and you know, you can do multiple tasking, everybody, and feel better in your life about who you are, the information you're passing on, and the people that you're helping to become realized in their lifetime. If we hold tight with our small community, there's how many billions of people on the planet? 7 maybe, I don't know. But in our small community of supporters for the 420 highway, maybe we got, you know, 100 million people that love us. That would be pretty cool to walk on the White House with 100 million people. But we're going to do a concert, everybody. So support us at relieffoundation.org. We'll hear about the Leonard Peltier soon. That should be at the beginning of the month or middle of next month. And so we support all people in jail for nonviolence. And we welcome Jeannie. Hi, Jeannie. How are you doing today?
Good. How is everyone doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. And so say hi to Peter. Peter's been on before, and he's one of my old friends in Arizona. And Peter's got Lyme's disease, and he's really interested in staying on the planet and sharing his life with us through our portal, as his disease progresses or goes away. Peter, say hi to Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. How you doing? Happy birthday,
Hi.
Bree. Just want to wish you a happy birthday, brother. Smoking a joint for you here right now, just to celebrate a little bit.
Paul's birthday
Yeah.
is today, and we're supposed to have Paul on, but otherwise we'll just give him good wishes. And so that's the state of the union. Paul is down in Portland, Oregon. He's helped hundreds of thousands or thousands of thousands patients with medical marijuana. Paul's been chastised in magazines and gone around the world and talked about medical marijuana in Central and South America, in Thailand. And so Paul's an OG, and he has about 2,000 episodes of his show from Portland, Oregon. So he's been doing it longer than me, but he inspired me to do and be who I am. I was down in Portland one weekend doing the Cannagar. They were these Cannagars. They sell them for $1,200. They got mixture and they got gold leaf, So it's not for the elite, but the Cannagar industry kind of is. And Smokeahonis was down there with me, and we met from Humboldt. And remember Smokeahonis, everybody? She's on our jingle. And Smokeahonis and I were on Paul's show. So if I can get Paul on today, that'll be great. In the meantime, let's get an update on your longevity, your health, and tell us about your Thursday night podcast, Peter.
Yeah, well, I gotta say thank you to everybody that helped us reach our first goal of $800 so I could set up my initial appointment to get down. That initial $800 covers every doctor visit.
I saw it said $900 when I went today, dude.
We're almost at 1,000 about right now. We're at 940 right now. Unfortunately, the whole treatment's about $100,000 process, guys. I probably should have posted this in increments to make it not so hard for people to see an astronomical number. But unfortunately, when you're told you're dying and that's what they tell you you need, you do what you've got to do to stay alive, and I don't care who you are. Or would hope people would do what they had to do to try to do. We're at the first goal. The next goal is a $6,000 goal. That will cover all my pre-testing and blood work that doesn't get covered by insurance. Very few things, unfortunately, are covered by insurance when it comes to chronic neuropathic Lyme. The reason why is, and I don't want to get into all this right now because I could do my whole show on it for the rest of my life, honestly. Is that 5 big fat white men in the CDC will not change their mind on protocol on how to treat this disease or recognize that it has a chronic neuropathic effect on people, because they have already, since the 1970s, first case of Lyme disease, mind you. 10 years prior to the very first case of Lyme disease, they had a protocol set up to defend, kill, and eradicate, as they say, this parasite, in which eats our bodies from the inside out. Lost over 60 pounds in the last few months, guys. There's nothing left to me. Literally. Unfortunately, I'm suffering from a chest cold right now. I have no immune system. Literally 3 days ago, we were ready to rush to the hospital. I couldn't breathe. I am so torn down by this thing and have no way to protect it other than, honey infused THCs, full extract cannabis oil, psilocybin, just for the brain, especially because I have onset dementia and Parkinson's coming on, as you can see, the tremors. The neuro reconnectivity of mushrooms is so important, and I hope that the person that was had Parkinson's before has done some homework or studied a little bit on psychedelics can help us as well. My wife and I have been we took a couple of years off, like the last 4 years of podcasting, we just took it off. We spent 4 years on the road, traveling across the country in that 13-foot trailer with our dogs. Did everything we possibly could, probably that most people don't even think of. Like, we didn't just hold rallies, you know, we spoke to every governor in the lower 48. We sat at their desks and explained the importance of this, explained that I had a disease that doesn't even recognize that I had in remission. And I had this in remission for 8 years. That, first off, thank you for all the trim and pot donations, guys. I hit my 15-pound goal. I have enough material on hand to continue to produce the medicine I need to get to myself, to my harvest this year. So I appreciate everybody that contributed there. That was a blessing, and that's one last thing that me and my wife have to worry about on being unable to grow the last 2 years. So for that, we thank you so very much. And we thank you very much again for getting me to this appointment on the 18th. But the fight ain't over. It's just begun. It hasn't even really started, you know. Right now, I just been invited to the fight, you know, is the way I kind of look at it. You know, then I'll do my weigh-in and my physical, you know, like if it was really going into a fight with this $6,000 I need now for the testing. And then from there, I'll be in the ring. Now, if anybody knows anything about me, and Jeff, I can for sure say this is true about me and my wife. When something's wrong, when people are being treated wrong, we're there. And I'm not like talking, we're there on Facebook. We're there. I've traveled this country sitting in courtrooms. I've spoke at the United Nations. Like I said, I've spoke to every governor about the importance of this plant. And that's just about this plant. But there's so many things that we have that are so against what should be. How can you take an oath to say do no harm and at the same time hold things from people that will actually help them? In my opinion, not doing is doing just as much harm as it is to poison. So how can, with good conscience, people sit back?
Recording in progress.
Can people sit back and say, you know, we are doing our best. We are, you know, we're giving people what they need. We're using every available technology, you know. But, you know, it's the same thing with going to the moon. We hear we can't go to the moon because we lost the technology from the 70s. Are you kidding me? We didn't have technology in the 70s compared to what we have now. So why not use something or allow people to use something? First and foremost, cannabis has never killed anybody, cannot kill anybody, does not have a way of possibly doing this to a human being. So ingesting it in any form can't be harmful to begin with. So why this big leash and grasp on it? Well, simple. If someone can grow a plant in their backyard and save their life, they don't need doctors, insurance companies, governments. They don't need them. And that's what, unfortunately, the guise and premise of our country's become, has been this cloak of you need me, without me and me giving you all the things you need and me telling you, a grown adult, what's good for you and what's not good for you is best for you. So, you know, we have so many hurdles to jump over. So we started up our podcast again, which, you know, was Can We Talk 420, not 420, 420, because it's organic. We believe in everything organic and everything natural. So it was redundant to have two 420s, you know, a Canna and a 420. So it's Can We Talk 420, set up almost like H2O in our logo. And we, after 4 years of sitting around and going, what the fuck? Like every time we turned on the TV or every post we saw, it was always just like, what the fuck? So now it has been revamped, renamed just What the Fuck Can We Talk 420. And we hope you guys email your suggestions into that website, into that email. And if you have a what the fuck question or a what the fuck moment, we'd be more than happy to discuss it on the air. So this can be from anything, folks. This can be from, you know, what the fuck isn't this approved for, to why are they giving this to people that are going to trade breast cancer for ovarian cancer? I mean, the questions are endless. The what the fuck moments are endless. And we hope you guys participate too, because we do love participation.
And what about the Canna lawyers that say shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I know. Jeff, this,
When you get pulled over, we should shut the fuck up. But thank you so much for sharing your energy. We have birthday boy Paul Stanford on also now. And Paul may have a little bit of insight to share with you. I know you've been around the world looking for answers. Paul, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. Meet Peter. Maybe you've met Peter before. Peter has Lyme's, and he wants to know a little bit about. He needs to get the next bit of medicine, and he's raising $6,000. But Paul, come on board and just say hey to Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Happy birthday, brother. This one's for you.
You're muted, Paul. You're muted, Paul. There you go.
There, somebody's trying to call
Okay.
through there.
Okay. Say hey to Peter and tell him what you do. You're a medical supporter.
Well, I've done a lot of stuff over the years, but perhaps most significantly, it's something I still do, is I work with doctors to help medical marijuana patients. So I started doing that over 25 years ago in May of 1999 when it first passed here in Oregon.
Mhm.
And I've worked in 9 different states, Washington, Hawaii, Montana, Arizona, Michigan, Colorado, and others, and helped over 270,000 people, keep working with 40 different doctors, obtain a medical marijuana permit in their state. And so I still do that, but right now I'm only working in Portland and working with Oregon and Washington patients. Another thing I've done is I was the chief petitioner on the marijuana legalization campaign and the spokesperson for our ballot initiative Measure 80 in 2012. First worked on an initiative, the second marijuana initiative to make the ballot in the United States in 1985. And so I worked with a number of people, John Sajo, Jack Harrer, many others on that initiative back then. So that's enough of my bragging. In terms of, so obviously taking cannabis orally is going to be a little bit better than inhaling because it lasts longer and has a variety of other effects. So I would recommend that.
Are you talking Rick Simpson oil or oils of similar?
Anything with active THC. It could be Rick Simpson oil or full extract cannabis oil. Two words for the same thing or 2 phrases for the same thing.
Full spectrum.
Yeah, full spectrum, full extract cannabis oil. FECO is another name for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, or you can just eat decarboxylated cannabis. Some of my patients like to use vaporized cannabis because if it hasn't been thoroughly vaporized, it still has active decarboxylated cannabinoids in it. So that's another option.
Peter, what do you got to say to our doctor here?
I'm
not a doctor, but I work with doctors.
I put my chronic Lyme in remission for 8 years with full extract cannabis oil, 3 grams a day, high doses.
That's a high dose, all right.
Change my diet. Yes, very high doses. But that's what I take every single day. So I take for 2 years. 3 grams for 2 years, 2 grams for 2 years, 1 gram maintenance dose there every single day of my life since 2016. I was on my dose, and stress is like the biggest trigger for Lyme disease to begin with. Stress in general, for most things, stress will kill you to begin with. But we were just going through some real tough times, some things, just things, everything. It just seemed like rain down on us at once. And that's what I think was just so behind this rejuvenation of this disease that comes back and haunts me. But this time it came back with a vengeance. I went I lost 45 pounds from January to March. I've lost about 60 total. Um, uh, it's just eating me. Everything you can think of, and nothing works properly. But since probably I found out about 3 months ago, I think 2.5 months ago, I went back to my regimen of the three grams a day. Since then, it's been a tremendous relief symptomatically, let's say, but that's it. I mean, unfortunately, Borrelia is a parasite, and I'm infected, unfortunately, more from one strain of it. And cannabis is, yes, it's a great antifungal. It's a great antibiotic in senses, but an anti-parasite, parasitic, it's not. A lot of people, have, suggested ivermectin and things like that. And I'm good. And it is helping and giving other people some relief. But the process in which I'm going through is the only, and now, mind you, I'm going to, Dante in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a leader and does nothing. It does nothing but stage 4 cancer and Lyme disease. If you have no hope, that's where you go. And the process in eradicating these parasites makes sense. These parasites live off sugars, just like cancer does. So what you do is you go in the morning for an IV treatment, which strips your body of glucose and keeps you in there, gives them nothing to feed. These parasites are so intelligent. They build igloos around themselves and hide underneath a defense shield so that antibiotics and everything just bounces off. They're totally resistant. So with stripping the glucose, they get hungry. They have to come out of these homes that they built. In the afternoon, they reintroduce the glucose back to your system with the antibiotic cocktail that they have, which, of course, unfortunately, isn't approved by the U.S. government because it helps you. And what happens is it goes in now with the antibiotic, and as they feed, they die. And so that's the science behind how to eradicate the parasite and why it costs so much. Again, not covered by any.
And what's the rate? What's the rate of success?
The rate of success is incredible.
So everybody, wait, everybody, listen to me. We've got Paul, we've got Rodimus on. Hello, Rodimus, welcome aboard. We've got Solo, and we've got I Dream a Genie. We're all 420 supporters. Peter's an OG. I have his GoFundMe up there. It's gofund.me/Frank Charlie 1 Charlie Charlie 8 Frank Charlie. Just freaking go give him $4.20 or $420 or $4,000 so he can get his medicine. If this is a lifesaver, we need Peter in the movement. Peter, stay with us. We will be making a documentary of you. I'll fly down there no matter what soon so we can sit with you and get some high resolution, beautiful footage of your beautiful life. And that's my job.
My ranch is your ranch, Jeff Eichen. Your family's me. You know that. You did my home.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready to help you, brother, because your voice today on our show, everybody, I'm going to play this one video again. And happy birthday, Paul. We're going to sing you happy birthday in a second. But I want to share a video that I already showed once today, but I think that it's pertinent because we've got 2 new people in the audience here. This one video here, you guys, if you guys don't mind me playing it again. And there's good old Willie there. But watch this, you guys. This proves that medicine is within the cannabinoid system.
Thank you. The best way to take it is put under your tongue and rub it through your cheek. Don't do too much, you're gonna be asleep all night. And you should know. No, don't try to communicate, just relax, see what happens. We know from animal experiments that the endogenous cannabinoid system is very important in regulating motor activity, the very type of activity that is impaired in Parkinson's disease. From animal experiments, we also know that boosting certain branches of the endocannabinoid system is helpful in relieving symptoms of Parkinson's. Finally, from anecdotal information, we know that certain patients who smoke marijuana experience relief of their symptoms. I think you calm down. Anything?
He used just a single drop.
So she's saying he's not shaking. Her husband is talking better.
Voice is bad. It works most of the time. Like this. You crazy much? Are you on it now? I am. First, like, and then these no. It makes me angry that I can't get up my whole state. The number one frustration they have.
So people can't get this medicine because of the laws, and it's planetary, and the medicine is known to give relief, everybody. I'm going to pause this. It's just the beautiful doctors, telling everybody use it and don't abuse it. So I'll come back to us here, and there we are. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm going to go back to our gallery view, and maybe Rodimus will pop back in. We hope you come back, Rodimus. And Jeannie, say hello to Paul on his birthday and support Peter.
Hello, Paul. Happy birthday.
Thank
Please,
you.
I know that you've been very busy doing what you do fabulously everywhere. And you share a birthday with Amarius Wilkins. If we don't know who that is, Nana, who's listening, knows exactly. That was her roommate in 2014. We had a porch fire for 3 days, a very big fire. And everybody was fine, but that was her roommate. Amarius at Push Hour TV and his beautiful then fiance, Jade, and I and her little dog, and it was just before Hempfest, so we had all the people over, Farmer Tom, and they were all over for the day before Hempfest, getting her water together because Nana was introducing hemp water for the first time. She got together with the Canadian company and released hemp water, 0.3% hemp in the water. But it was the first time it was done, and it gave the idea that now we can go forward with this and keep going forward. Don't get discouraged, everyone out there in the medical and like me that take care of patients and as a caregiver. Don't get discouraged if you're a patient or if you're long-standing or you've been trying to get medicine. Don't get discouraged. This is real medicine. It does help you. And we as a team, the New Green Family, we're here to help patients. We're here to help prisoners. We're here to help their families. But we can't do it without you. So please don't get discouraged. Get empowered and join with us and join the New Green Army and do whatever you can to support your brothers and sisters going forward. It is a beautiful birthday for both of these wonderful people that have done so much for this industry, for others. We thank you ever so much. We're so grateful. I know that disease is hard to deal with on a daily basis in the stress, and it's difficult in many, many different ways, aside from medical, of course. And I know that emotionally it can be extremely, extremely aggravating and hard on the system. Please don't get discouraged. Know that you do have people in your corner. You too, Evan Rubis. You too, Leonard Butler. You too, everyone is in a cage. We're in your corner. It may be baby steps going forward, but we're taking them as many as we can, as quickly as we can. We're doing what we can. We will be there for you. We are there for you now. Have a happy birthday, both of you. And to those of you that are suffering and those of you that are struggling, please know the help is on its way. We are trying to do what we can. Those of you out there that are saying to yourselves, hey, I could do something, please do. don't hesitate. Get a hold of Jeff, let him know what it is that you can do, and get on board and help us make it happen. Happy birthday to both of you. Peace and love to you, Peter, and to everybody who's suffering. And please know that there is help, there is hope. Don't give up. We won't.
Our beautiful canoners. And so I'm going to pause for a second. We want to say hello to Rodimus behind the flower, and thank you so much for joining us today. But I'm going to share my screen, you guys, everybody. And let's, before Paul, because he's in his car, if you can see my screen, everybody, I've got this. Okay, with your best karaoke at the count of 3, let's sing happy birthday to Paul. Okay, because he's 64 today, and there's a song that we can't play, but we can sing it. So 1, 2, 3. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Would you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? There we go. So let's go down to the bottom here, everybody. Okay. So right down to the bottom. Send me a postcard, drop me a line, stating point of view, indicate precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely wasting away. Give me your answer, fill in a form. You're mine forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me?
When I'm 64.
Woohoo! So we'll come back to the birthday boy, and then we'll get a greetings from the youngest person in our house, Sola Breezy. Get ready with your quote, Sola. Paul, how's it feel to be 64? You with us, Paul? Can you hear us?
Thank you, guys. I'm just in the midst of driving here. I'll be back stationary in a little bit, but that was beautiful.
Hey. So from Weeds Day, Rodimus Pura, Canoners, Solo Breezy, and Peter Yapel. Is it Yapel or Yapel? Yapel. Okay. You say potato, I say Yapel. Okay, so I'm really blessed to have everybody on board today. Solo, can you carry us with a birthday quote today for the birthday boy?
Happy birthday to you, Paul. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Peter. Thank you for sharing your story. And Paul, thank you so much for all your wonderful work you've been doing around the world with cannabis. So I strive to be more like you and Uncle Jeff. The quote for today, quoted by Benjamin Israel. The greatest good you can do for another is not just share your riches, but to reveal to him his own.
Whoa, hemp hooray! Why not?
Yeah.
Well said, Solo.
Hey. And let's see. Does Rodimus have a microphone today? We're welcoming you and grateful to have you today. You want to say happy birthday to Paul? Do we got you, Rodimus, on mute? So Rodimus does say happy birthday to Paul. So everybody, it's Paul's birthday today, and on the day of birth, it's a rebirth for Peter to get some money to get that extra bit of meat on his bones, if you know what I mean. Hello. We won't ask him to take his shirt off. We've already got the secret there. So Peter, we love you dearly, and everybody, and Paul, thank you for all the shows. How many shows do you have, Paul, that you've and when did you begin broadcasting this incredible 420 highway drive to help to end prohibition with Jack Herer.
Well, I met Jack in 1982 in Los Angeles. I was working with the Yippies out of New York, and Jack and his partner, Captain Ed, were listed in the contacts there. So I stayed at Jack's partner's head shop for about a month while working for Tom Hayden, who was running for state senate. And I had a break in the summer from Evergreen State College. And then Jack and I both moved to Oregon in 1984 to work on marijuana legalization. In terms of my TV show, I've been doing my cable TV show since 1996.
Wow.
And I've done 1,180 episodes so far.
Bravo, man. I had a show from 2014 through 2019 in New York, and I loved it. It was the best thing I think I've ever done, is being able to, at least it was public access, but who cares? We at least could be able to get the word out. I love it, man. Great job.
Yeah, mine's public access as well, but now it's on Facebook and YouTube too. It's still on cable access though.
Yeah, we didn't have it here in Arizona when we moved. When we started moving and finally settled, that was a big goal of ours. And we reached out, but none of the stations offer it. So it was very difficult here. Still haven't given up hope, but I don't have the energy right now to do it anyway. As you know, it takes preparation. It does take work. We don't just sit there and
Right.
talk, you know.
Well, Jeff knows that too.
I know.
Paul, tell us your exploration with some of the OGs. Give us a story with Willie.
Story with Willie. Well, I was a grower for Willie Nelson from 2010 till 2016 when they changed Oregon's law that you couldn't be an out-of-state resident anymore. And so I not only helped Willie get his permit, I helped his whole band and his whole road crew and his whole family. His wife, daughters, helped him get Oregon medical marijuana permits. And I had an office in Phoenix for about 5 years. So we helped them with Arizona, a number of other states. Anyway, good story with Willie.
Did you ever smoke out with Willie?
Oh, many, many times. Yeah. In fact, I gave Willie, many, many pounds of cannabis. So probably the most interesting story, if I've got a minute, is I was at Willie's house on the island of Maui, and I had my volcano with me, and we were vaping, and he was playing poker. I was invited to play poker, but I don't play with high rollers. I'm not that good a poker player. So I just was loading my volcano. At one point, Willie basically demanded to buy my volcano. I said, no, Willie, I don't sell volcanoes. This is my volcano. And he goes, oh, come on. He asked how much it cost. And I didn't tell him, but his road manager told him it was $700. So he got $700 bills in his hand. He was there playing poker with other high rollers, and he waved them in my face. So how could I say no? And so I sold him my volcano. And then the next day I went to a store in Kihei, Maui Mana in Kihei, and bought another volcano. I still have that volcano. This is March of 2014. So it's over 10 years old now. But I gave him all the accoutrements, but I kept the volcano. So and I guess it still lives in Maui.
Well, the birthday boy has come. So this is your birthday week. You got a full cycle, a full circle, and you got 64 sang to you today. And
Thank you.
And I have the Sheriff John Polka, and I won't sing you the whole thing, but it's put another candle on your birthday cake. You're another year old today. You'll have some pie and sandwiches and lots of ice cream too. And then you'll dance the day away. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You'll blow out the candles on your birthday cake, and then you'll make a wish today. So put another candle on your birthday cake. You're another year old today. I guess I'm singing the whole song to you. You're another year old. Happy birthday, Paul Stafford OG with Willie and everybody.
Yeah, I love you, Jim.
So everybody, that's cool. I've got some kind of news, everybody. Is everybody ready to just drive down the highway and listen to some kind of news? Okay, here we go. Let me pull the news up here. I know where I thought that I put it, but I'm not gonna share it on screen here. Let's see here. So if I go down to the can of news, bingo. It's pretty interesting news today. There we go. I'm getting my computer back in motion here. So the can of news here we go. So we're gonna go home and can of news. So the can of news today here, medical marijuana news. It's really interesting. We're talking about medical marijuana today, and it's maybe it doesn't cure everything, but it sure is important for quality of life. So Washington medical cannabis users get a break from the nation's highest pot taxes. Okay, June 10th, 2024, a worker trims a marijuana bud at a Canna Provisions, Sheffield, Massachusetts. In 22, Washingtons with medical marijuana cards now get a break from the nation's highest tax on the drug. That's Washington, where I live. We pay so much on taxes. Olympia, thanks to a new state law, which just happened this year, just a few weeks ago, actually, Washington's medical cannabis cards get a break from the nation's highest tax on drugs. The charge, which took effect Thursday, could nudge more people with medical cards and potentially depress revenues from the cannabis tax, which generated nearly $470 million in fiscal year 2023. While the state's developing formal rules to trade, the group representing cannabis business in Washington says the state needs to act faster to help them adapt the new law and prevent the tax exemption from being bolstering to the illicit market, or the old days, the black market. As of December 21st, 21 states, including Washington, taxed recreational cannabis, according to the Tax Foundation. Most of those states were levy an excise tax percentage of the retail price as Washington does, but Washington has a 37% tax rate and the top in the nation, while the neighboring Oregon tax recreational cannabis at the rate of 17%. So where I live, it's 37%, not 17. So it's unclear how much state cannabis taxes would decrease under the new law. But if assuming the tax demand for medical products and supplies meets the demand, the state fiscal analysts predict a significant negative impact. To receive a tax exemption, the buyer must be registered patient and the Department of Health Medical Cannabis Association database, and the exemption only applies to products that comply with DOH's standards, including testing for heavy metals, prohibited pesticides. Further, only those retailers who have medical cannabis endorsements can provide the tax break. So that's cool, everybody. I was told by Travis, one of the local people here, who's a supporter, a big supporter, a golden ticket holder for our concert here in Port Townsend. He has told us that they come in, they show their card, and they don't pay taxes. And so they get the discount. It's almost like getting 50% off on your bud if you're a medical user. So that's really important. So a spokesperson for the state's Department of Health said that it was difficult to speculate about how many new medical cannabis cards might be issued. While the interest in getting a card may increase, standards for a card will remain the same. Washington residents diagnosed with one or fairly narrow list of qualifying conditions, including cancer, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, how do you pronounce that, and get a medical card from authorization from their health provider, and they can get a card. So the Washington Cannabis Association has expressed concern that the law is going into effect a little formal guidance for legal businesses. So I asked Travis, the owner of the cannabis store here in Port Townsend, I asked him how that would affect his overall revenue. He said, not a whole lot. He said it just is really fantastic that we're back in the game for medical because we didn't. And then now I believe, and I'm hearing that the rules are that the bud tenders can also share their knowledge about medical. Before, when you're not a medical state, you can't give advice, okay, or share what you know. So let's see here. The tax exemption is scheduled to expire in about 5 years in June 2029. Medical card holders can already get an exemption from the state's retail taxes. So that's great. Great news for medical. Yay. And so we give a little bit of, and I have one more bit of news here. Excess marijuana MSO Good Day Farming raising $65 million in equity offering. Just relief, get realistic market forecast, state by state insights of benchmarks with the new 2024 MJ Biz Fact Book. Okay, so it says here, some financial backers of the multi-state operator Good Day Farm are affiliated with Arkansas and the company aiming to raise $65 million to Louisiana medical cannabis market and other locations. According to a May filing with U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, NOLA, Farmel Holdings sold $48.1 million in equity offerings. So besides Louisiana, the equity offering is targeting Arkansas, Florida, New York, and Texas. According to the filing, NOLA Holdings Incorporated, Louisiana, and so on and so forth. So Good Day Farm, which operates retails in Mississippi and blah, blah, blah. And according to Louisiana, Illuminator Good Day Farm also has a deep ties to local politicians. So just be aware of some of the things that are going on in the farm raising bill and individual companies that are doing what they're doing. Support who you want to support, everybody. That's the news for today. And I'm sticking to my story. Let's see if I can come back to us here. There we are. So I'm back in action here, and we have, let's see here if I can get the view. The view, that's kind of like a morning show, isn't it? The view is our gallery. And so there we go. And so we've heard from Paul, the birthday boy. We've heard from Cannoners a little bit. Solo Breezy, say hi to the group and tell us a little bit about how you're doing and what your dream is.
Real quick, I'm a cannabis graduate from Cannabis Training University out in Colorado, and I'm looking for work in the cannabis industry. But while I'm doing that, I'm always learning how to be an activist here online or out in my community. I love that like cannabis brings so many people together. From the journey that I started on to like used to just smoke just because, and then like becoming a medical patient, and then learning like being a medical marijuana patient, and then learning like so many awesome things that the plant does. I love that it brings people together.
And I love how cold
Oh,
it gets in Alaska when you freeze. So you're back. You're back. Finish your statement there.
No, you're good. I was just saying that I just love work. I just want to work in the cannabis industry because it brings people together. There's no like really a lot of fighting with the cannabis people. We're pretty chill people, and for the most part, we get along. And we just want to have good vibrations with each other. That's what love is at the end of the day, right?
And
Amen.
amen. And that's your shirt that you're honoring Jerry West because he's on your logo.
Absolutely, I love that dude, Jerry West. I'm gonna miss him.
Hey, he was great. He was just like Bill Walton, just one of the lighthearted people in sports. And I grew up watching him and Wilt. My dad took me to the game, so that's a little folklore there. This is Prince Week, everybody. So wear your purple. It's Prince, I think, maybe his anniversary, but they're all in Paisley Park now in Minneapolis. This is like day 4. And there's having concerts maybe at Paisley Park, but for sure Minneapolis. And so I'm watching it here and there. And so that's cool. And so it's been a great show, everybody. Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Peter, for coming on board. Don't forget, everybody, the GoFundMe for Peter is gofund.me/Frank Charlie 1 Charlie 8 Frank Charlie. So you can find that here on a replay. You can screen capture that, but send him $42. Send him $4.20. All of it helps for him to get to his $100,000 goal. But 6,000 would help him to get to his first leg. Just help everybody. It's really important. And remember that you find a strain that's good for you, and don't drive. Be responsible with the kids. And I know nothing. All I want to do is free the prisoners, everybody. So it's Jeff Viken here. And we haven't heard from Rodimus. Or do you have a mic today, Rodimus? Or you stand behind the scenes there? Oh yeah, he's got his little GoFundMe on his name tag there for Peter. So Rodimus is in support. You're welcome to unmute if you want to say hi. It says no mic today. So Rodimus, we love you, and we're really honored to have everybody today. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. Any final words from anybody? Oh, let's do our 3 photograph here. Let's do our 3. Okay. Everybody hold 3 fingers up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So there we go.
Quick thing, man. Helen just checked in with me from work. She said to tell you she loves you very much. Keep doing everything you're doing, and she hopes you well.
Hope you do great. And when is your show again, Peter?
Ours is tomorrow night, Thursday evening, specific time, 6 o'clock.
But where do we see it? Where do we see it?
On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, on Spotify. Yeah.
And what's the name of your show?
It's What the Fuck, WFT, Canna We Talk.
Wait, Canna We Talk? Is that it?
Yep.
Canna We Talk. Okay, not What the Fuck Canna We Talk. So it's Canna.
What the fuck Canna We Talk? WTF, exclamation point.
Oh, WTF, exclamation. Okay.
Question mark, exclamation point.
You text that to me and I'll put it up on my side. And then everybody, you go back on my Facebook, everybody. This is a Stoners Club. Come on, everybody. So everybody come on. We'll find it. And we'll come on your show. Okay. Wait. May I come on your show?
Always welcome. Open invitation, brother. You're just like my front door. My show, my front door. Walk in it whenever you want it, brother.
I'm coming over to your house to do a documentary on one of my favorite OGs. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Canoners. Thank you, Rodimus. Thank you, Solar Breezy. Great show. I'm going to roll out of here with a share screen, and we'll get another quote from Solo next time. And when I get older, losing my hair many years from now. So here's our intro that I don't think we even played yet. Hang on. So let's get an intro today. Okay, here's our intro for today. Boom. So everybody stick around for the intro because it's a doozy. It's a birthday intro. Okay, so here we go. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here with episode 209. Can you imagine that there are still people that don't know there are people in jail for marijuana? And I am here to raise awareness through our concert that we're producing, and that's going really great. And we're going to be able to use the song from Lauren Stash, who was on our show last week. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. So it's Jeff Eichen here with episode 210. I really want to let you know that I'm doing my best to hang with the administration that wants to decriminalize or reschedule marijuana. And there's Tommy and his son, and there's Tommy. So thanks to all the fathers and the OGs. So rescheduling it, no. Let's re-legalize it and don't criticize it. Be sure to go to relieffoundation.org and do support us. So with the magic of the internet here, everybody, I'm going to do one last thing here and show you where we got. So I've got the 2015 version, but I won't play the whole thing. It's just World 420 Day today. It's Paul's birthday. I wanted to share my fun graphics with you all here, and then go to the end here. Here we go. Parade. GoFundMe for Peter. So everybody support your local sheriff, and I'm going to come back to our group here and say it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul, for joining us today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday week. Say hi to the wifey, and let's get Willie for the concert, dude.
Amen.
All right. Okay. Love you, everybody. I'm out of here, and it's been a pleasure. And we'll see you next week. And Canon Nurse, we want to talk to you off schedule today for some really important PSAs. Well, wait a minute. I think I'm gonna keep the show going and show you a PSA. I've got a PSA. Rodimus, stick around. We got a PSA here that's so cool. Let's see if I can find it. I had it in the in here. Let's see if we can find it. So you see, I've got a cool PSA here. Here it is, Rodimus. So we're building some PSAs, and I want to build some more with my team here. Watch.
Hi, my name is Rodimus Para, and I play Grasshopper on the original Kung Fu series. I support Relief Foundation because no one deserves to be in prison for a plant. Our cannabis karma will not be clean until all 420 POWs are free. Please support us at relieffoundation.org. Thank you.
So these are in a work in progress, everybody, and I'll show you the one that I did, and I'm really proud of them. So we're not putting them out yet till we get some more. And here's the one I did. Here we go. My name is Jeff Eichen, and I support Relief Foundation. No one deserves to be in prison for a plant. Our cannabis karma will only be clean when we get all 420 POWs free. Please support us at relieffoundation.org. So everybody, that was pretty fun. So I just wanted to show you how we're rolling for our concert. We're going to be getting some more celebrities to do more of those, and they'll be short and sweet. And then we're going to make it to the concert. We even are contemplating Baltimore, and we're kind of contemplating a tour possibly on the tails of Snoop when he's doing his gin and juice tour. So we've been talking to different people. So everybody check us often, relieffoundation.org. And thank you so much. Hemp Hooray. And I'll see you next week, everybody. I might, no, 2 weeks I'll be at the Oregon Country Fair. 48, everybody. But next week we'll be here. So you got somebody that wants to be on our show or needs to have a word or a statement or support, you know, whether it's Parkinson's disease or Lyme's, we just know that nobody should be in jail for a plant. Hemp hooray, everybody. I'm out of here. And thank you so much. And Shane, let's get on Shane's show. And Ken and Nurse help me get our 10 episodes ready for him. Okay. We'll get busy. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Hemp hooray. Out of here.
Recording.
Okay. So bingo and bingo. We're gonna go right here. So it's Jeff Eichen here, and it looks like I'm in the dark there. Maybe we can open some values here. There we go. So I look more bright now to the planet there. Sorry about that. If it was like that the whole episode, I have all the goodies to do that. But it's Jeff Eichen here, and I'm really feeling wonderful about our show today. And that, well, wonderful. People were sick, but we had a birthday, and we have this, and we have that. And God bless the child who has his own. So free all prisoners for marijuana, everybody. And this is Jeff Eichen, and I'm out of here. See you next week, everybody.